After last night's storm, you can see the overturned trees, boats, and docks. Residents that live just beyond the bay are relieved to know that at least their homes are safe. With the conclusion of the Brian Nichols trial in sight, those that were involved are remembering that fateful day and its effects. Drivers in Atlanta are finding it hard to get to where they need to be because trees like this one are blocking the road. When it comes to mortgage fraud, Atlanta ranks second in the nation. But this particular zip code, 30310, the historic West End, ranks first. Investigators have arrested 3 teenagers in connection with recent attacks on the Silver Comet Trail. Victims were forced off of their bicycles and then beaten by the attackers. Authorities still believe there may be other victims.
A middle-aged man was riding his bicycle and was approached by 3 young males, and they attempted to stop him on the trail, and he swerved around them and was able to get away, and when he did, they threw a rock at him.
Don Boykin considers himself lucky after his attack on the Silver Comet Trail 3 months ago, but he never imagined that there would come other, more severe attacks.
For just months or so after my situation, that here we are sort of talking about the same subject again.
Although Mr. Boykin does not feel that these incidents are related, he does not deny that the cases bear some resemblance.
Unfortunately, for these recent ones, it seems like they were much more violent than mine. Mine, they hit me, knocked me off balance, but they didn't hurt me.
Mr. Boykin still rides the trail and believes it is safe. He advises that cyclists remain aware of their surroundings and consider their safety.
I'm going to ride there tomorrow. I'm going to ride with someone. If we don't go back and if we don't be part of something like that, then I think we miss out on a great blessing.
Police state that the trail will be patrolled. They, like Mr. Boykin, believe it is safe for riders. If you have any information regarding the attacks, you're encouraged to call 770-443-3015. Early this morning, authorities received word a small plane headed for the Atlanta races had crashed into Walker's Lake near Carrollton.
Once the initial units from the Carroll County Sheriff's Office and the City of Carrollton Fire Department arrived on the scene, there was debris in the water, and at this time we have recovered 2 victims from the water.
Corey McKenzie was one of the eyewitnesses who saw the plane go down. McKenzie describes the scene as a terrible sight that he will never forget.
The lake was just covered in fuel was real strong, and debris everywhere in the lake, just floating, seats floating, and just a terrible sight.
Investigators now know that the plane contained 3 people, including a pilot, all who were killed upon impact.
There was nothing to do to help. It was just I was coming down through there hollering, hello, 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 and no one ever answered.
Every day, children at Scottish Rite Hospital in Atlanta face unthinkable odds. But today, 3 sports and music superstars gave them something to smile about.
Did you make sure mine was the XXL?
Garth Brooks, Troy Aikman, and Keith Brooking were on hand for the opening ceremony of Child Zone, sponsored by the Garth Brooks Teammates for Kids and the Troy Aikman Foundation, amongst many others. Today's opening ceremony of Kids Zone allowed many athletes and other stars the chance to join forces for a great cause and meet some of their heroes, too.
I was shaking in my drawers when I met this man.
Child Zone is 35,000 square feet of pure fun filled with gadgets and games designed with some very special little people in mind. The project that started off in Dallas, Texas 12 years ago has spread all over the country, and those that are involved are certain the latest zone in Atlanta will not be the last.
I never would have imagined that when this started that I'd be in Atlanta, Georgia, opening up a zone. I really didn't, and it's just amazing.
Troy Aikman says seeing those that enter these doors lets him know his organization has fulfilled their purpose.
If a child can come in here and be uplifted and leave, I think that helps them in dealing with all the other things that they have to endure while they're here in the hospital, and that's my goal, that's our objective, and if that's accomplished, then I'm very pleased.